Hey, welcome to another episode from the Outdoor Analyst. Guys, I've got a fun one for you today. This is going to be my top Bark River knives of the year. And last year I did a top 10 and I was just about to do that again. And the truth is that I think I don't have top 10. I don't have a top 10. I really don't. I only wanted to give the knives that I wholly, fully endorse and love. And it's not just because they look cool or the popular thing out there. These are really my top 10 of 2022. Not that they all came out in 2022, but just my favorite ones for this year that I plan on keeping. And I don't really have 10 to go with you. So I'm going to kind of go down the line. I believe I have 7 here. So I'm going to start with number 7. Whoop! Knocking cameras, things getting crazy. And it's going to be the Gunny Hunter. This is an awesome hunting knife. This little thing has a really great drop point. This is in 154 cm. I think in Magna Cut, this would be the most ideal version of this knife. Man, it's just so good. This one went on probably the biggest hunt of my life, where I got to take North America's largest game animal this year. And that was freaking fantastic. And field dressing that sucker was also the most disgusting thing I've ever done in my life. Have you ever seen a whole man shoulder inside of an animal? Yeah, very much Star Warsy, that's for darn sure. But this knife was awesome, succeeded very, very well, and I absolutely love it. The newest one to me, it's going to be on the list, number 6. It's going to be a regular Bravo 1 LT, but this is in Magna Cut. Beautiful, beautiful knife. This is probably going to be one of my, I'd say it's going to take over probably hunting duties this coming year. It's just really, really cool. I love this knife. Everybody loves a Bravo 1 LT. Magna Cut kind of just takes it to the next level, and these just elk handle skills are just freaking amazing. And I took sheephorn out hunting this year, got it all bloodied, and it was still cool. It went through some crazy weather. Great handle material. Absolutely love it. So that's number 6. Number 5, one of my favorite camp knives this year. And that's what this was. True camp knife. The Tundra 3 in elk. Oh, look at that pair. Also one of my favorite pairs. This thing is just gorgeous. It's a beautiful camp knife. It splits wood incredibly well. The saber convex on here is beautiful. Now, it doesn't have a guard. I'd say, for me, I don't care. It is probably the most dangerous downfall of the knife. Without a guard here, you can slip up pretty easily. It's a big knife. Not planning on chopping with it ever, but it wouldn't be the safest chopper. Let's just put it that way. So, after that, I'm going with the old classic, Bravo 1.25 LT in 3V. This is just one of my favorite true camp knives for doing fire prep, for doing food prep. It's just perfect. It's hard to beat, really hard to beat the LT there. I've had this knife for years, put it through its paces, and I am just such a huge fan of it. It's definitely up there. So it's at number 4 on the list, and I think it deserves to be there. It is a fantastic knife. I'm never going to get rid of that thing. Number 3, the most ergonomic knife of the year. I got this actually to be on the hunt with me for taking down a buffalo, and it ended up not making it. I took this out and actually got a black buck, and this ended up being my field dresser for that. A little bit big, but the tip did not make it on the way back from that trip. There was a lot of miles involved. The tip snapped off like a chicken. Crew wear, it was a little too thin. Bark River does their tips way too thin generally. Is it slicey? Yes. Did it do great? It's a little bit big for a black buck, let's be honest. But honestly, one of the most ergonomic knives out there. And this the sheephorn. Oh, this is probably one of the best jobs I've seen off of a natural material. You can't really shape this stuff, so they just picked two really good slabs that fit me really, really well. Beautiful knife. Crew wear's great. It's not indestructible, as you can tell. Now it's got a very, very big belly on it. But, it served me well. Served me well out in the woods. Well, I guess out in the woods out there. Out in the desert, maybe is more like it. There you go. Out in the crazy land. Great knife. Definitely my number 3. Everybody needs to get an EXT2. I think there's a new drop coming soon. It's almost the end of December. One's coming soon, so absolutely fantastic. My favorite fire knife of almost all time, it's really up there, the Bark River Tundra. This was a gift from my dad, and this knife is just, oh, it's so beautiful. It's done so much work for me. I really just have to love it. It's got a few rough spots on it, but it's just done so much work. The Tundra is really incredible. Great fire knife, great hunting knife if you need to. It's a little long for, I'd say, field dressing of medium game. You really want to do something pretty big with it. But it's just so good. I wholeheartedly love the Tundra. Great blade shape, good belly, good flats. It's just a win all around. And what's my favorite knife from Bark River? The number 1, you know, as you can tell, I've pared down kind of the size of the blades that I use. You know, it's not a lot of property anymore, not a lot of property work. It's more along the lines of just adventures, belt knives, and really hunting knives. But I still keep one chopper, and this thing I've had for years. It is still probably my absolute favorite chopper out there for property management. There is nothing better than clearing trails in the Midwest with this thing for deer stands and stuff. Just because we get real trees that grow. If you've never let your woods grow up, you know, a season or two on some rare stands, they're trees. They're not just limbs. You can't really just take a machete. You need something that has some thickness to it because you're going to be wailing down some stuff. And it's not like super thick. I mean, you're not taking like, 3-inch trees. That doesn't grow in 2 years. But, you get a lot of growth. And a big knife that has the ability to chop and take down thick stuff is nice. And it's just nice. This is awesome. The Shiny Mountain Bowie is probably my favorite knife from Bark River. By far, it's unique. There isn't much else out there that's like it. Coolest Bowie. Well, it's one of the coolest Bowies I have. It's pretty freaking awesome. And I absolutely love it. And this one, they did a little extra work too. They chamfered it down here. That's not normal. It's nice when you have something special. So there we go. These are my top knives from Bark River for 2022. This has been an absolute blast. And no, I don't have 10 here. These are the 7? 6? What do we got? 6? Yeah, we got 6 knives. Oh, no, we got 7. Top 7 from Bark River that I'm wholeheartedly behind. I don't think you'll have any issues with the Bravos, with the Gunny. The Tundra 3 is awesome. Shiny Mountain Bowie, everybody needs one. Yeah, both Tundras are amazing. The EXT2 is just in the EXT1. I would say if I had an EXT1 right now, I don't. I ended up selling my other sheep horn one just because it was not perfect for me. It didn't fit my hands as well as these do, so it's gone. I would love another one. Maybe it'll happen this next run that they do. If they do maybe a Magna Cut run with some sheep or some elk, that might be the way I go. But anyway, that's all I got. These are awesome knives. I love them. Use them very frequently. As you can tell, my collection's changing. I'm changing as I get older here, and the family grows, and property gets a little less love. So there it is. That's the truth of it. Anyway, have a fantastic rest of your 2022, and have a happy new year if I don't catch you on a video before then. All righty. Have a good one.